that was awful. That was terrible. I hated it. I hated it. Season 4 of Felicity. I'm having trouble even processing the stupidity of it. None of you warned me, by the way. None of you told me that the last 5 episodes, I believe, of Felicity are audacious, is the kindest thing I can say about them. Outrageous, certainly. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What? Everybody, what the fuck, dude? So for the first 17 episodes of the fourth season of Felicity, everything's pretty normal. I found it almost unbearably boring, though. Uh, Super boring up until Felicity graduates. Well, I found the whole thing boring, to be honest. Even when it got outrageous, I thought it found it eye roll inducingly bad. Um, but the first 17 episodes are just so fucking boring. And it shouldn't have been. We were doing interesting things. Felicity finally does something that could arguably be slightly indefensible. Finally does something like pretty bad for the first time since season 1. Season 1. I never realized just how unique and how special that season was because no other season of Felicity is as good as season 1. Season 3 I liked, right? Season 2 I didn't like. Season 4 was abysmal, which makes Felicity okay, just all right. I really can't recommend it. I really can't recommend the show. The first 17 episodes should have been interesting because Felicity does sleep with Noel, cheating on Ben right before Ben's father is in like a life-threatening situation. But then, I feel the writers fuck everything up. Ben becomes like a new dad. Noel becomes more like a cartoon or like a self-destructive, depressive, sex addict cartoon. I don't know. I fuck it all. Fuck it all. It was just so boring. I couldn't wait for the season to end. And then once Felicity graduated, it was interesting because that felt like the end point. And then I'm like, it's only episode 17 or whatever. There's still 5 more episodes. What the fuck? And according to Carrie Russell, the show was supposed to end at the graduation episode. But then the WB ordered 5 more episodes, and then J.J. Abrams lost his goddamn motherfucking mind. The last 5 episodes, the final storyline of Felicity is about magical time travel. I didn't stutter. You didn't. No one warned me. I'm not joking. The show wasn't joking either. Time travel, magic, in this otherwise pretty fucking grounded show about tenderness and sensitivity and naivety and maturity, right? And then all of a sudden, actual magic, literal time travel to the beginning of season 4. And had J.J. Abrams or Matt Reeves, if either of them had been postmodernists, this would have been interesting, right? Going back in time to the beginning of the season and kind of meta contextually interacting with the framework of the show itself and, doing things differently or playing with the fabric of art. But the show doesn't. It's literally just magic and time travel. There's no even metaphor. And there's so many things wrong with this. She goes back in time. So we do the entirety of we do a lot of the season 4 in the beginning. We do a lot of the season 4 in the beginning over again. There are so many things that just don't make sense at all. How does she not remember that there was a fire, that she almost fucking died in a fire that Noel saved her from? How does she forget that happened and then Noel dies in the alternate timeline? How was Elena alive in the normal timeline when Elena was supposed to be dead in a car crash? What the fuck is this? It doesn't even make, if you're gonna commit to this stupid fucking bit, then you better connect the dots. You better make sure it's cohesive, but it's not. J.J. Abrams is a fucking moron. Everyone who worked on those final 5 episodes are fucking morons outside of the cast. The cast, oh, God bless your hearts. You all try to sell that story. And the final episode is 70% clips. 70% a flashback episode. What fucking final? Oh God, you made me so fucking mad with that. The final episode is 70% fucking Clips. It's a clip show. Ooh, 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 you fucking uncreative fucks. 'Cause it's about Felicity going back to her normal timeline. I can't even believe I'm saying those words. It's about Felicity finding like this fucking warlock who can bring her back to the normal timeline. This used to be a show about tenderness, even about subtlety, dude. This used to be a show about those quiet, seemingly insignificant moments that become overwhelmingly symbolic as you come of age. Now it's about warlocks and Wicca and magic and time travel and fucking mental hospitals. Like, fuck, what? What? But she's like looking back. You can call it meta. The show looking back on itself. The star of the show, the heroine looking back on all of her adventures as one giant mosaic or a fable. And she's just fucking in awe of it. What the fuck was that bullshit, man? How the fuck? I knew. Okay, let's go back to season one where I was defending criticisms I've heard against JJ, and I stand by my points largely that the journey matters in television a lot more than the destination. And I think that matters in life as well. That's one of the areas where television is most like the lived experience of all of us. That the journey matters more than the destination because the destination can be anything. You know, and you're not supposed to reach the destination. It's supposed to be that journey or that struggle, right? And with television, that's even that's magnified a lot more than in film, where destination is part of the entire promised package. Most television shows don't make it past the first handful of episodes. Most television shows don't have to think about a grand ending and shouldn't think about a grand ending because that's definitely not guaranteed. And normally, by the time shows get to the grand ending, we're talking about like season 6 or 7, and I'm a lot more charitable then than I am in season 4, guys. Season 4. Felicity is only 4 seasons. Can't go brain rot in just 4 seasons. What the fuck's wrong with you? And I know JJ gets a lot of criticisms for never knowing or seemingly having infamously poor endings, not really thinking things through. Mystery box storytelling. Which, I don't know, mystery box storytelling's fucking fine. That's not what this was. This was a terrible ending, though. It's the worst ending I've ever seen on a teen drama, which makes this season the worst season I've ever watched. It's not even interestingly bad, because the metaphors start and end with just, wow, we've been through a lot, haven't we? And there are so many. I feel stupid for having this criticism, but this season aired from um, the end of summer or autumn 2001 up to, spring or summer 2002 through 9/11. The show takes place in New York City. I understand that it's a fictional version of New York City. They go to a fake made up school, cinematic one at least. But if you're going to have a character go back in fucking time, everyone watching it must have been thinking, why isn't she telling anyone about 9/11? Like you can't have a character go back in time in New York City in 2000 fucking 2 and not deal with this unless this is such a stretch. If it's JJ really trying to comment on the shared trauma post 9/11, that like you go back to the past, but um other tragedies will happen, or something so mind-numbingly stupid that Gene Roddenberry would kick his ass for being so fucking corny and basic. Okay, like no matter how you view the time travel stuff, it's awful. People try to justify it by being like, there was a Twilight Zone episode in season 2. One of them, yeah, cool, fuck, and I knew it wasn't real. And I knew it was a fever dream. I knew it wasn't fucking real. And the show didn't, and that also wasn't good either. That wasn't a very good episode either. Season 2, not good either. Better than season 4. Because the first 17 episodes of season 4, which are played straight, straight soapy drama, is boring soapy drama. It fucking blows, man. It's just boring. I can only hear that same musical piano sting so many fucking times before I want to just drive nails into my ears. I was rooting for this show. I was rooting for it. I How come no one told me this was how this shit ended? How come none of you said a word? How come no one said anything? I was shocked, and I bet everyone was shocked when they originally watched the fucking thing on air. What the hell happened? There's no tenderness anymore. In fact, in those final 5 episodes, I saw the idiotic fucking showman that J.J. Abrams would become. And it sucks because in season one, specifically in season one, there was such promise, such a tender promise. Such a charming and touching season. Season one was great. And season three, I think, had some remarkable moments. I think it's close to season one in a lot of different ways. There was a lot of power to season three. Season four, it's an insult. It's a fucking insult to its own genre. You aren't doing anything with it by incorporating. It's not even a sci-fi trope. It's a fantasy one. It's fucking little kid bullshit, man. Like, there's nothing here. This is like Boy Meets World quality, fucking fabulistic, fucking moralistic storytelling. Simplistic as fuck. It's so audacious. It is so audacious. I'm happy I got to see Jennifer Garner again because she's a cutie. See, I'm just trying to say something good about the fucking show, and that's the best I can come up with. Because even those first 17 episodes, difficult for me to take them seriously when the show didn't take them seriously at all. Like, I love analyzing Ben particularly, and I guess he can still. That is interesting because in season three, I did say like the easiest way to view Felicity is the present. And she is forever in between the past represented by Ben and the future best represented by Noel. And she's kind of in a romantic tug of war, perpetually for eternity with the past and the present. And how she interacts with both Ben and Noel are indicative of how she feels about both the past and the future. I keep mixing it up. Past and the future. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying though. So I suppose it is slightly interesting that this show does end with actual time travel, but I was speaking metaphorically. I was speaking I was talking with feelings, and then the show responded with comic book bullshit. There were some parts of the first 17 episodes that I thought like I, I I could work with this. I could work with this because Noel does go down like a self-destructive path. At the same time that Felicity seems completely unsure of what she's going to do with her life, with her future. So while she's going through the problems with her own future, Noel, who I believe is representative of the future, is also spiraling. You know, meanwhile, the past is catching up to her. Being Ben. Ben is catching up to Felicity, even becoming like pre med, becoming a doctor. The past has caught up with her, and she's lost sight of the future after cheating on the past with the future. Like that stuff I thought I could work with. Then the final 5 episodes of the season, um, just makes me want to like smash a window or something, smash a couple mirrors here and there. Like it's so frustrating because it shows that J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves, neither of them are working with the kind of poetic language that I've been reading the show with. Like I don't think even remotely. Not if they're gonna end a show about such immediate and an affectionate tenderness with half considered, extraordinarily sloppy tropes. It ended with schlock. It's insulting. Fuck Felicity. Fuck this show. That was awful. That was outrageously bad. And I'm so glad I'm done with it. I am so fucking glad it's over with. And I can move on to the next show. I hope you join me in 90210. I've never been this absolutely negative about a season of teen drama, I don't think. Like you've seen me defeated after a season of teen drama, and I guess at the end of this video, I can say how much Javier fucking annoyed me. Gay representation and whatnot. He was a fucking buffoon. Okay, he acted less like an actual gay man that you can relate to, and more like some sort of stupid, dim child, like a toddler. Compare Javier to Jack McPhee from Dawson's Creek, and they aired at the same time. Compare those two examples of WB gay representation, and Javier is an embarrassment, and like Abrams and Reeves should be ashamed of that. That's like, I think it's almost offensively inappropriate. I hated that. I understand that he's like a comic relief character, but even that, even the fact that like your only gay representation is comic relief because you shouldn't take the gays seriously is fucked up, man. Definitely compare him to Jack, Kerr Smith's legendary character from Dawson's Creek. Now that's a character that can make you cry, and like you can analyze Jack for days and days on end. But fuck Felicity. Fuck this show. Near the end, I didn't think anyone was likable, really. Scott Speedman he barely made it out of this alive, and I thought Ben was one of the coolest fucking characters I've come across in teen dramas in a while. He barely survived this season with any sort of dignity from me. And I loved him. This season ruined so much. Can't wait to go to Beverly Hills 90210. Get me the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to be in Felicity World anymore. Fuck this show. Fuck you. Fuck you, J.J. Abrams. That's for J.J. Abrams. That's for Matt Reeves. Those last 5 episodes were despicably bad. Those last 5 episodes were disturbingly poor. Season 4 of Felicity disturbed me because it was so bad. I'm actually kind of angry about it.